Senate will come to order. Chief Clerk, please call the roll.
Senate roll call. Legislative Day number 21, Friday, March 6th, 2026. Anderson. Here. Barlow. Present. Boner. Here. Brennan. Here. Case. Present. Cooper. Here. Grego. Here. Crum. Present. Dockstetter. Here. Driscoll.
Excused.
Excused. French. Here. Guru. Here. Hicks. Here. Hutchings. Here. Ide. Here. Jones. Jones. Here. Cole. Present. Landon. Here. Larson. Here. Love. Here. McEwen. Here. Nethercott. Here. Olson. Here. Pappas. Here. Pearson. Here. Rothfuss. Here. Salazar. Here. Schuler. Here. Scott. Here. Steinmetz.
Excused.
Excused. President Beitman.
Here.
Mr. President, 21 present, 2 excused.
Thank you, Chief Clerk. Chaplain of the day is Father Thomas Cronkleton Jr. from St. Mary's Cathedral. He'll lead us in the prayer.
And let us pray. Lord Jesus, ruler of the universe, we thank you for our senators who share with you in the task of governing our great state. Pour forth your blessing upon them for the work that they have done this budget session and for the remaining tasks that still lie ahead this day. We are grateful for their willingness to share their talents and time as servants of the people, and for their striving to serve not their own interests, but the common good of all the people of our state. Be with them today as they address the remaining bills for concurrence and decide whether to override any vetoes of the governor. When the day is done, give them a deep sense of satisfaction for the work that they've done, and let them know our appreciation. Thank you for the snow and moisture, but let the roads be clear and open so that everyone may have safe travels home and the joy of being back with family and friends, and then next week a safe return for the final day on Wednesday. Please also continue to be with our men and women in our armed forces who are in harm's way, and may this conflict be brought to a quick end. We ask this of you who lives and reigns with the Father and the Holy Spirit, God, forever and ever. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Thank you, Father. Senator Barlow, one last time, will you lead us in the pledge, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Reading, correction, and approval of journal. Will the reading clerk please read the journal committee report?
Mr. President, the Journal Committee reports that the Journal of March 5th, 2026 has been read and recommends that it be approved. Senator Crum, Chairman.
Are there any objections? Hearing none, the report is adopted. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll take a special moment of privilege here. We have the capital city this weekend is hosting the Girls Wyoming Hockey State Championships. And we have hockey teams from all over the state of Wyoming, including one from our neighboring state to the north in Montana. Let's welcome the Miles City Generals girls hockey team. Will you please stand and rise? We also have the Gillette Grizzlies. There's one. And the Jackson Hole Moose. So if you get a chance this weekend, go down to the rink on Lincoln Way and go watch these girls. It's great hockey. They're good kids. They're good student athletes, and it's just a fun sport. And welcome to the capital city. Welcome to the Capitol, and I hope you enjoy your weekend down here, and good luck and stay safe. So we have a nurse of the day today, Jenny Ash, registered nurse. Jenny, are you here? Why don't you come on down so we can recognize you? Keep an eye on Senator Guru, please. This day in history, a few of you are too young to remember this person, but on this date in 1981, Walter Cronkite signs off as the anchor of CBS Evening News. Quote of the day, snowfall is nature's way to inspire us to slow down and breathe. The dad joke of the day, let's do a hockey joke. Let's see here. I asked the coach if my kid could get more ice time. He said, sure. Now she's in charge of the Zamboni. So careful what you wish for. Announcements. Today, senators, we are honored to welcome former Senator Fred Emmerich to the Senate Chamber. Fred served in this body from 2011 to 2018. Today, we recognize him for his wood artistry and his contribution to this week's historic commemorative gavel. As you heard earlier this week, the gavel is crafted from Wyoming state tree, the cottonwood, using wood from limbs trimmed from a tree on the Capitol grounds. The gavel will be placed in a time capsule on the north side of the Capitol as part of the United States' 250th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence on July 4th, 2026, preserving a piece of Wyoming's legislative history for future generations. Fred not only created the gavel that has been used in both chambers this week, but also designed and worked his wood artistry on the gavel I've been using throughout the 68th legislative session. And for those that haven't seen it, it's absolutely beautiful. It's inscribed with my name, my term of service, and the state seal in the middle. And you notice how great it sounds. It's probably the best sounding gavel I've ever heard. Senator Emmerich, thank you so much. Thank you for your time, your talent, and your continued service to the state of Wyoming, sir. Not too bad.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. You know, hard to not be a former senator and not say anything, so if you want to make a few remarks, the floor is yours, my friend.
It's rather interesting that I should be called back, and I said, as I said to Mr. President, I said, it's welcome for a has-been. This whole gavel business started with your wonderful clerk, Ellen Thompson. We were talking at the docent get-together, and I mentioned that there were some trees coming down, or a tree coming down, and I was going to snaggle some of the wood, and she said, oh, why don't you build a gavel? Can you make those? I said, I guess. Because she was not tickled with the workmanship or the price of previous gavels. So I loaded 3 or 4 logs up in the back of my, because I come in every Wednesday as a docent. And so I loaded the logs up and threw them in my shop, didn't even think about it. Till 23, when I made these. And it's been a real pleasure and an honor. Thank you very much. Now I have got a continuing job because you guys take them home, and I don't know what to do, but make some more.
Yep.
Thanks. Appreciate it very much. Thank you.
Senators, it's Friday, and that means today is the last day for our Senate student page, Callie Christensen. I know it. Senior at Newcastle High School in Newcastle. Callie will say a few words, if she doesn't mind addressing the body. Callie, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Serving as a student page in the Senate has truly been one of the most enriching and memorable experiences of my life. Being given the opportunity to work within the Wyoming State Capitol and observe the legislative process firsthand has provided me with a perspective on state government that simply cannot be gained from a classroom. Watching the discussions, debates, and careful consideration that go into every decision has shown me the immense responsibility that comes with public service and the dedication it requires to represent the people of Wyoming. Throughout my time here, I have been inspired by the professionalism, respect, and collaboration demonstrated by each member of this body. Seeing leaders from different communities and perspectives come together to discuss important issues has deepened my appreciation for the democratic process and the work that happens behind the scenes to move our state forward. As a student, it has been incredibly meaningful to witness how thoughtfully and seriously each of you approaches your role in shaping the future of Wyoming. It's hard to choose my favorite part of this entire week, but being able to sit in on the Rules Committee this Monday was a truly thrilling experience. Hearing each of you debate not just the quality of the content of the bill, but also the rules of the legislation shows how each of you cares deeply about the entire legislative process. As many of you know, my great-grandfather, Earl Christensen, served as president of the Senate in 1969. President Beitman, I was especially inspired when you stated that when you first got the position of president of the Senate, you promised yourself to stick by the rules to improve the future of the Wyoming Senate. I believe this is you carrying out the legacy my grandfather set all of those years ago. And I can feel it in my heart that if he were standing here next to me today, he would be beyond proud of the Wyoming Senate. Sue and Lori, since the moment I arrived here Monday, you saw a spark in me and had the confidence to sit me right up front on my first day. I truly am so appreciative of everything you have both taught me this week. The highlight of my day is having lunch with all of the wonderful women who put in countless hours of effort behind the scenes to keep this legislature running. Whether we are talking about the pies your mothers used to bake for you, thank you, Lori, for bringing us pie on Wednesday, or cracking jokes about 15 years in the future when you will all be in the retirement home, convincing the residents to vote for Callie. That goes for you too, Senators. I expect your vote. Overall, Ellen, Marty, Sue, and Lori, and Kara have all had such a wonderful impact on me and my experience this week. Tom, I downloaded Tightrope, so if it doesn't increase my IQ by quizzing me every morning, then I'm going to be highly disappointed. Thank you for not only becoming best friends with me, but also all of your other student pages. It truly shows how dedicated you are to strengthening our experience to help us reach our goals. I hope after this week you can enjoy a beautiful day on the golf course and take a break from reading. Ron and Marilyn, thank you for the delicious breakfast every morning. There is no better way to start my day. Your commitment and care bring a sense of warmth and community to the Capitol each day. Dick, I may be biased, but I think our bloodline has the best genes. And thank you so much for all of your help this week. I am internally grateful. Senator Rothfuss, listening to you debate is immensely inspiring to me. The way you articulate your ideas so clearly and respectfully while standing firm in your values and beliefs is something I deeply admire, and it has shown me what strong and effective leadership looks like. It takes a great deal of courage to confidently present your views, even when they differ from the majority. Senator Pappas, thank you for all of your kindness this week. Just by having a conversation with you, it is so apparent how much you deeply care about the future of this legislature and the future of my generation. I appreciate your dedication to helping me reach my end goal of one day being a future senator. Senator Steinmetz, I owe you the greatest thank you for sponsoring my application to receive the position as a student page. Without you, I may not have been able to have this life-changing experience. Last but not least, I owe an enormous thank you to the Ellis family for not only giving me a place to stay, but for also being here today to support me as I deliver this speech. Overall, each of you has individually had a major impact on not only my experience working in this legislature, but also the woman I am becoming. I have always believed that knowledge is priceless, and this past week has taught me more than a classroom ever could. I wish you all the best of luck in next year's session. Thank you.
You're here. Thank you, Kelly. That's for you. Well done.
Thank you.
I don't know, Chief Clerk, they keep getting better and better. These pages are great. You did a good job this year, Ellen, on selecting these student pages. And thank you, everybody, for being so kind to our student pages. Today, announcements. Today, all JCC reports are due to the front desk by 2 p.m. And potential veto overrides today. Also last day for bills to be sent to the governor for potential veto overrides. And Father Tom, I forgot to give you your certificate. Thank you again for always being with us on mornings and for prayer and every day. So thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right, signing of enrolled acts. Yeah. Oh, we got a few of them. All right. We are at that order of business of signing of enrolled acts. Senate Enrolled Act number 61.
Senate Enrolled Act number 61 being original Senate File 113, 2026 election hand count comparison, an act relating to elections.
Thank you. I'm about to sign Senate Enrolled Act number 61, being original Senate File 113. I'm so signed. Senate Enrolled Act number 62.
Senate Enrolled Act number 62 being original Senate File 84, Voluntary Water Conservation Program, an act relating to water within Wyoming's portion of the Colorado River Basin.
I'm about to sign Senate Enrolled Act number 62, being original Senate File 84. I've so signed. Senate Enrolled Act number 63.
Senate Enrolled Act number 63 being original Senate File 99, prescriptive easements for electricity delivery, an act relating to property conveyance and security transactions.
I'm about to sign Senate Enrolled Act number 63, being original Senate File 99. So signed. Senate Enrolled Act number 64.
Senate Enrolled Act number 64 being original Senate File 101, Second Amendment Protection Act amendments, an act relating to the protection of constitutional rights.
I'm about to sign Senate Enrolled Act number 64, being original Senate File 101. I've so signed. Senate Enrolled Act number 65.
Senate Enrolled Act number 65 being original Senate File 121, Wyoming Pharmacy Act amendments, an act relating to the Wyoming Pharmacy Act.
I'm about to sign Senate Enrolled Act number 65, being original Senate File 121. I've so signed. Senate Enrolled Act number 66.
Senate Enrolled Act number 66, being original Senate File 28, Elections, Voting Machine, and Voting System Tests, an act relating to elections.
I'm about to sign Senate Enrolled Act number 66, being original Senate File 28. I have so signed. House Enrolled Act number 23.
House Enrolled Act number 23, being original House Bill 45, an act relating to taxation.
I'm about to sign House Enrolled Act number 23, being original House Bill number 45. I have so signed. House Enrolled Act number 24.
House Enrolled Act number 24, being original House Bill 111, an act relating to state-funded capital construction.
I'm about to sign House Enrolled Act number 24, being original House Bill 111. I have so signed. House Enrolled Act number 25.
House Enrolled Act number 25, being original House Bill 36, an act relating to the state forester.
I'm about to sign House Enrolled Act number 25, being original House Bill 36. I have so signed. House Enrolled Act number 26.
House Enrolled Act number 26, being original House Bill 41, an act relating to compensation and benefits.
I'm about to sign House Enrolled Act number 26, being original House Bill 41. I'm so signed. House Enrolled Act number 27.
House Enrolled Act number 27, being original House Bill 96, an act relating to weapons.
I'm about to sign House Enrolled Act number 27, being original House Bill 96. I have so signed. And House Enrolled Act number 28.
House Enrolled Act number 28, being original House Bill 98, an act relating to protection of constitutional rights.
I'm about to sign House Enrolled Act number 28, being original House Bill 98. So signed. Concurrence requests. Message number 276, referencing Senate File 69, Waste and Stormwater Infrastructure Study. Senator Boner, are you ready on Senate File 69? All right, we'll have it read in, please.
Message number 276, reference Senate File 69, Waste and Stormwater Infrastructure Study.
Senator Boner.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move for concurrence on Senate File 69 and ask for the body's favorable consideration. Senators, what the House did over here is they put some belts on top of the suspenders with this bill. There's some discussion making sure that, by way of background, I should start there. This is your wastewater infrastructure study with our municipalities. Going to go out and collect information on all the infrastructure that they have in the ground currently. What the House does, they basically guaranteed that information is going to be property of the state of Wyoming. It's going to be publicly available. It's going to be able to be used by a wide amount of people, and certainly may double sure that we're not going to be altering any confidentiality laws about this information. So this was going to be the case anyways, but it's good to have it in writing to make sure that if we're going to spend $8 million, that information is going to be publicly available and be used by not just the state of Wyoming, but for anybody who wants access. So that's the amendment. I'll stand for questions on the amendment.
Thank you, Senator Boner. Discussion on the concurrence. Senator Crago.
Thank you, Mr. President. I guess just curious what we mean by available to the public. If some of this information we're gathering regarding infrastructure, how do we want all of that completely accessible to everyone? I guess I'm just trying to figure out what kind of data is accessible, Mr. President. I understand it being property of the state and property belonging to the cities, counties, et cetera. And in negotiating some of these contracts before, I understand oftentimes we have to fight for the data to be our work product, to belong to the governmental entities. But as far as us publishing that, I guess my question is, do we want to do that? Do we want every single manhole, every single pipeline, that data published online, or is there some security risks involved in that? Just trying to understand that a little bit better. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Senator Craig. Senator Barlow.
Thank you, Mr. President. I certainly also recognize the value of this and having public availability, but I think what we're talking about is critical infrastructure, water, and those type of things. So if there are some safeguards already built into the law, that's great. We have a new agency now that is responsible for those things. So what role do they have in this? Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Senator Barlow. Further questions or discussion on the concurrence for the bringer? Seeing none, Senator Boner.
Okay, so the amendment did attempt to strike that balance. Paragraph 3, nothing in this subsection shall be construed to require disclosure of any information as confidential or privileged under state or federal law. So that was an attempt to get that security concern. I hope it's adequate. If you think that we can do better, vote no, and we'll get that figured out. We'll massage that language. So vote your conscience.
All right. Motion is that the Senate do concur on Senate File 69 and vote aye. The chief clerk will call the roll.
Concurrence roll call vote, Senate File 69. Anderson? Aye. Barlow? Aye. Boner? Aye. Brennan? Aye. Case? Aye. Cooper? Aye. Crago? No. Crum? Aye. Dockstetter? Aye. Driscoll, excused. French? Aye. Guru? Aye. Hicks? Aye. Hutchings? Aye. Aye. Jones? Aye. Cole? Aye. Landon? Aye. Larson? Aye. Love? Aye. McEwen? Aye. Nethercott? Aye. Olson? Aye. Pappas? Aye. Pearson? Pearson? Aye. Rothfuss? Aye. Salazar? Aye. Schuler? Aye. Scott? Aye. Steinmetz excused. President Beitman?
Aye.
Aye. Closing vote. Closing. Vote closed. Senate File 69, 28 aye, 1 no, 2 excused.
By your vote, you have concurred on Senate File 69. Messages from the House. Oh, I'm sorry, Senator Hutchings.
No, sir, that's perfectly fine. I'd like the privilege of the floor.
Floor is yours, ma'am.
Thank you. Mr. President and members of the Senate, today, would you welcome representatives from Moms for Liberty chapters across Wyoming? Moms for Liberty is a grassroots organization whose mission is to unify, educate, and empower parents to defend their parental rights at all levels of government. Across our state, much of their work takes place in local communities, supporting families, engaging with school districts, and staying involved in educational policy decisions. Would you join me in recognizing these families today? They're up there in the gallery. Thank you.
Welcome to the Senate. All right. Messages from the House, or the governor. Who's ever sending us messages?
Dated March 5th, 2026, Honorable Bo Beitman, Senate President. Ray line item veto of Senate File 1, Senate Enrolled Act Number 27, General Government Appropriations. Dear President Beitman, suspend further reading. Signed, sincerely, Mark Gordon, Governor.
Thank you. All right. Do you have anything else? All right, Madam Majority Floor Leader, you want to take us in the caucus real quick?
Yes, Mr. President. Good senators, we will be having a full Senate caucus down in room W110 in about 5 minutes to discuss the governor's letter. So if you could meet down there at 10:40.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Mr. President. So I move that we stand recessed until 11:15.
Okay, you've heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, no. The Senate will stand recessed till 11:15. And bring your paperwork with you if you can, please.
That we stand recessed until 12 noon. 12 noon, just to provide enough time for us to have a full conversation and to avoid any confusion about how long we may be recessed for. So thank you, Mr. President. 12 noon.
12 noon.
And then the caucus, or caucus?
Senate will come back to order. Before we get going, I know there's some special guests up in the balcony that need to get down to the hockey rink, but they want to swing by and say hi. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the Sheridan Hawks girls U19 hockey team from Sheridan, Wyoming. Please stand up. We have Willow Kotiska, Avery Charleboy, Bree Charleboy, Maya Surratt, Abby Gold, Bryn Woolers, Bailey Woolers, and Holly Beitman. Please say hi to the Sheridan Hawks. It's good to see my daughter for the first time in about 4.5 weeks. They play at 2:15 against the Jackson Moose. Senator Guru, your Moose. So get down to the rink if you get a chance. Thank you all for coming down and watching us work for a little bit. Okay, signing of enrolled acts. Senate Enrolled Act number 67.
Senate Enrolled Act number 67 being original Senate File 69, an act relating to water.
I'm about to sign Senate Enrolled Act number 67, being original Senate File 69. I have so signed. House Enrolled Act number 29.
House Enrolled Act number 29 being original House Bill 126, an act relating to public health and safety.
I'm about to sign House Enrolled Act number 29, being original House Bill 126. So signed. Joint Conference Committee reports. House Bill 69, Joint Conference Committee report, message number 245. Would that please be read in?
Message 313, Joint Conference Committee report, March 6th. Mr. President, regarding House Bill 69, Department of Health Lands Transfers, the House adopted the Joint Conference Committee report number 1 by the vote indicated. Ayes 50, noes 9, excused 2, absent 1, signed Katie Talbot, House Chief Clerk.
Thank you. Senator Case.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. I would move for adoption of the Joint Conference Committee report to House Bill 69. I'd like to thank my co-conferees for some great work very late last night. And the essence of the whole deal is the House went with our Senate amendment about the land being sold. And they also added a little bit of additional reporting requirement. And within both sections, we added that the city of Lander would be consulted. With that, I think that is the gist of it. I appreciate your aye vote, and this one will be put to bed.
Thank you,
Thank
Senator
you.
Case. Discussion on the Joint Conference Committee report. Discussion, seeing none. The motion is that the Senate do adopt the Joint Conference Committee number 1 report referencing House Bill 69 and vote aye. The Chief Clerk will call the roll.
Joint Conference Committee report number 1 to House Bill 69. Anderson? Aye. Aye. Barlow? Aye. Boner? Aye. Brennan? Aye. Case? Aye. Cooper? Aye. Craigo? Aye. Crum? Aye. Dockstader? Aye. Driscoll excused. French? Aye. Guru? Aye. Hicks? Aye. Hutchings? Aye. Ide? No. Jones? Aye. Kolb? Aye. Landon? Aye. Larson? Aye. Luck? Aye. McEwen? Aye. Nethercott? Aye. Olson? Aye. Pappas? Aye. Pearson? No. Rothfuss? Aye. Salazar? Aye. Schuler? Aye. Scott? Aye. Steinmetz excused. President Beitman?
Aye.
Aye. Closing vote? Closing. Vote closed. Joint Conference Committee Report Number 1 to House Bill 69, 27 ayes, 2 noes, 2 excused.
By your vote, you have adopted the Joint Conference Committee Number 1 report referencing House Bill 69. Okay, that's that. Mr. Vice President, can you grab the chair for me real quick?
Okay, we are, Senator, say again. We're at that order of business of concurrences. Go ahead, clerk.
Message number 301, Senate File 106, Welfare Fraud Prevention Act Amendments.
Senator Beitman.
Thank you, Mr. Vice President. I move concurrence on Senate File 106 and ask the Senate to vote aye. Welfare Fraud Prevention Act amendments. Ladies and gentlemen, the House did some good work with this bill. As promised, remember on third reading, we had an amendment, a proposed amendment come in late. I promised everybody that I would work with the association that deals with said hospitals. That negotiation went great. We came up with a great amendment. That's what you see on the House side, and that got put in the House committee. They also did some other good things that we didn't catch on, I'm trying to think what other group that was. We had the association deals with hospitals, AARP, or the old people, advocates, everybody kind of came together and really worked hard on this bill. It got it to where it's at now. It's in a really good place. I would really encourage an aye vote on this. It's a good piece of legislation, and I'll stand for any questions. Thank you.
Any discussion? Any discussion? Motion is for the Senate to concur on message 301 to Senate File 106. Chief Clerk will take the roll.
Concurrence roll call vote, Senate File 106. Anderson? Aye. Barlow? Aye. Boner? Aye. Brennan? Aye. Case? No. Cooper? Aye. Crago? Aye. Crum? Aye. Dockstader? Aye. Driscoll excused French? Aye. Garou? Aye. Hicks? Aye. Hutchings? Aye. Ide? Aye. Jones? Aye. Cole? Aye. Landon? Larson? Aye. Love? Aye. McEwen? Aye. Nethercott? Aye. Olson? Aye. Pappas? Aye. Pearson? Aye. Rothfuss? No. Salazar?
Aye.
Aye. Schuler? Aye. Scott? Aye. Landon? Aye. Steinmetz excused, President Beitman? Aye. Closing vote? Closing. Vote closed. Senate File 106, 27 aye, 2 no, 2 excused.
By your vote, you have concurred to message 301 to Senate File 106. Concurrence on Senate File 123, message 305.
Message 305 regarding Senate File 123, Wyoming Energy Dominance Fund.
President Beitman.
Thank you, Mr. Vice President. I move concurrence on Senate File 123, Wyoming Energy Dominance Fund, and ask you to vote aye. Ladies and gentlemen of the Senate, as you can see, that there was a few amendments put on over at the other end of the hall. First Amendment just changed, they deleted but not limited to in a couple places and added the word separation, no big deal there. The Second Amendment inserted Trona and Bentonite development projects, again, no big deal there. Then looks like some technical corrections, and then they added on the backside, if you flip over to page 2, they want the Management Council to review and make recommendations on the proposed expenditures. Not a big fan of that idea, but it's not a deal killer. I can live with that. The other amendment they adopted was to kind of put a cap on it of 105 million. Again, not a fan, but you don't look a gift horse in the mouth, Mr. Vice President. I think this is still a great bill. $105 million to get Wyoming energy dominance up and going. We can come back and look at this, at how successful this is in the supplemental. It will be wildly successful, I guarantee you, Mr. Vice President. And the next legislature can improve on this bill after I'm gone. So I ask for your aye vote.
Discussion on the concurrence. Senator Barlow.
Thank you, Mr. Vice President. Mr. Vice President, I haven't maybe read these amendments in fast enough, but it seems like now we may have two appropriations in this bill, would make it subject to some executive action. So I just want to, maybe let's clarify that before we get too far in this. Thank you.
Other discussion? Any other discussion? Senator Bateman.
Well, that's just the risk we take. I would have to have faith in the executive downstairs to do the right thing, Mr. Vice President.
Any other discussion? The motion is for the Senate to concur on message 305 to Senate File 123. Chief Clerk will take the roll.
Concurrence roll call vote, Senate File 123. Anderson? Aye. Barlow? Aye. Boner? Aye. Brennan? Aye. Case? Aye. Cooper? Aye. Crago? Aye. Crum? Aye. Dockstader? Aye. Driscoll excused. French? Aye. Guru? Aye. Hicks? Aye. Hutchings? Aye. Ide? No. Jones? Aye. Kolb? Aye. Landon? Aye. Larson? Aye. Love? Aye. McEwen? Aye. Nethercott? Aye. Olson? Aye. Pappas? Aye. Pearson? No. Rothfuss? Aye. Salazar?
Aye.
Aye. Schuler? Aye. Scott? Aye. Steinmetz excused. President Beitman? Aye. Closing vote. Closing. Vote closed. Senate File 123, 27 aye, 2 no, 2 excused.
By your vote, you have concurred to message 305 to Senate File 123.
Senator Landon.
Mr. President, thank you. Fellow senators, we have some visitors seated up above, members of the Casper Christian School. Kim Kelbert is up there. I think these are our seniors. Do I have that right? Seniors at the Casper Christian School. Would you please help me to welcome them to the Wyoming Senate?
All right.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Yeah, welcome to the Senate. Any other privileges? Seeing none. Senator Love? None? All right. All right, Madam Majority Floor Leader, I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. President, I move that we stand recessed until 2:30 PM.
2:30 PM. Any announcements? Any announcements? I know we just had a team go off to meet. Seeing none, there will be some bill signings this afternoon, so we'll see you all at 2:30. All those in favor of the majority floor leader's motion, say aye. All those opposed, no. Motion carries. The Senate will stand recessed until 2:30 PM.